yesterday, January 12th, 2023, a EF2 or EF3, not quite sure at this moment, but a very large tornado swept through downtown Selma, Alabama. Yesterday, I was at work and I had just gotten out of a very long meeting, and I came back to my desk and I checked my phone to see that my mom had not only texted me several times, but also called me twice and emailed me, trying to make sure that I was okay, because where she was, in Selma, the weather was getting very bad. And so I did end up calling her back, and she had to get off the phone with me very quickly because at that moment, a tornado had touched down about 1.5 miles away from our house. If you don't know, I am from Selma, Alabama. I don't think I've ever said that on this channel before. I probably said it a couple times on Twitter in the past, but that is my home. That is where I'm from. That is where I spent Thanksgiving and Christmas last year. And to see something like this happen is just really surreal for me. So for some context, a tornado of this magnitude hasn't really happened in Selma in at least 33 years. I talked to my dad about it yesterday. He's been living there for 33 years, and since he's lived there, a tornado has not been in literally the middle of the city like that before. Previously, if tornadoes were there, it would have been out in the county, out in very rural areas of Dallas County where hardly anyone lives. But this one was particularly devastating, not only because of what it did to Selma, but because it kept going all the way basically to Georgia and picked up debris and took it all the way to, I was seeing reports, as all the way as far as Alexander City, which I'm not 100% sure right at this moment how far away that is, but I will put it on screen. Obviously, this is affecting me a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my family is fine, my home is fine, but Selma at the same time is my home. Like, it's not really just about my house, it's about the city as well. And so I have been, needless to say, not in the best mood the past 2 days, but I thought, I would take what little teeny tiny platform I had and try to do something about it. So Selma definitely needs your help. It is a very small town. It is a very rural town. It is a very poor town. Its population is only about 17,000. The median household income is $15,000. If you want the average household income is about $26,000. And something like this can really devastate a small town because without the proper resources, it might not be able to bounce back. Now, I will say, to Selma's tremendous credit, there have been a lot of churches there working together with local community members and community leaders to assist people who have lost their homes or been displaced because of this. So I'll say, they say it takes a village typically to raise a child, but Selma really is like that village. It is small enough where, everybody knows everybody, and everybody is also willing to help everybody out. So I will say it is very good that that is happening. However, like I said, Selma, very poor town. Not everyone has the resources to bounce back, and there are a couple of ways that you can help, and I will get to those later in the video. Just to put it back on me for a second, like I said, I spent Thanksgiving and Christmas there. There was one particular picture that has been going up on online and also on news outlets, because this has become national news now, of this one particular area. It's parts of like Highway 80, and then it intersects with the train tracks, and like I know exactly where that is. When I saw that picture, I was able to go on Google Maps and see like exactly where that was, right? And it's especially really surreal because when I was in town last Christmas break, I had to get my driver's license renewed, and I had to drive down that street to get to the DMV downtown to renew my driver's license. And Selma has been kind of in a dilapidated state for a while now, but especially then I was just taken with how just run down everything had seemed. I mean, Selma's been in a state of economic depression for a while now. Like, I started to realize that when I was in high school, but when I went downtown this last time, it was just a few weeks ago, and especially now, it's become very clear just how much of an economic depression Selma is in. I'm safe, right? I'm not even there. I live in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm like 180 something miles away, but my family is still there. And while we were personally unaffected, there were a lot of people who were very much affected. So given that this is my hometown, it is my home, I will forever be an Alabamian. I do not claim Mississippi like that. I want to do something to help. What I'm personally going to be doing is I'm going to be donating $25 to the United Way of Selma, Dallas County, and I'll be donating $25 to the Selma Area Food Bank. And I'm going to encourage you all to do that as well. As far as official channels to donate your money, those really are kind of the only two. There might be some churches and stuff around there, but as for like actual nonprofits, the Selma Dallas County Area United Way and also the Selma Area Food Bank, those are mainly the only ones that aren't like religiously affiliated that I can tell you of right now. So I'm going to be linking things in the description of this video, some links that you can go to donate. If you look up the United Way, make sure it's the United Way of Selma and also Dallas County, because there are a lot of different United Ways of in Alabama and also just like around the country as well. So I'll be putting that in the description. There's also a number that you can text, so you can text Selma to 62644, and that'll be on the screen here, to donate your money to United Way. If you are in the area, if you're in the Central Alabama Black Belt area, and you are so inclined to do so, you could always donate your time. I'm sure there are a lot of places there that are in need of volunteers to help out. And I will say, to their limited credit, the government is governmenting, and so FEMA will be on their way doing what they do. Our representative and also Selma native, Terry Sewell, representative of Alabama's District 7, she's been on the ground and doing what she does to help out. We stand, love her for that. The governor has been there. A lot of like politician-y people have been there trying to see what they can do. I do believe, you know, that Selma will recover. I just think it's gonna take a lot, because Selma has been so forgotten about and just left behind in the dust that they really do need a lot of resources to be able to bounce back from this. And I do fully acknowledge, like, I know the tornado affected other areas of Alabama and Georgia, and there was a tornado in the Baldwin County area of Alabama, but I'm not from there. And I know it's really messed up to say, but it only kind of feels real because it happens to you. And because this happens to me, it feels very real. And I want to help out. That is my home. I don't want it to fall to ruin. That's why I'm making this video, to plead with the online community to donate some money, perhaps some time, and, you know, just help out in any way they can. One thing I will say is that this video will not be monetized. I did go back and forth on this a little bit, but because I don't make enough money on YouTube to reliably get a payout every month, I can't guarantee that any money made from monetizing this video will get to where it needs to go on time. So that's why I'm not monetizing it. I'm keeping this video as short and sweet as I can. Share this video around, share it with people, make sure people, you know where they can donate and know where it is good to donate. As far as I am, I mean, I guess I'm okay. I'm not there, obviously, so it's not affecting me that much, but at the same time, when I first looked at the news reports, it was right as it was happening, and all I could see was just this big blue circle around the entire city of Selma. So for about 10 minutes, I didn't know if like the roof was being torn off my house or if my mom was safe or what was going on. So there was a good 10 minutes of terror there that I went through, but thankfully everything's okay. However, everybody can't say that, so I guess I'm lucky in that regard. That's gonna be it for me. Also, if you do donate to the United Way or to the Selma Area Food Bank, send me a screenshot of it or a picture of it on my Twitter, which is right here, or you can send it to me on my business email, which is listed on my YouTube about page, and I will shout you out in my next video. I mean, it's the least that I could do for helping me and my hometown out. Thank you so much for watching. I usually don't say that at the end of videos. I usually leave it for the end card, but if you have made it this far, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for donating if you do, because Selma really does need this, and I'm just trying to do what I can to help out my city.